All right. Think I'm live. If you can hear me, let me know. Let me do a couple of things here. Big shout out to you guys watching out there. And if you can hear me, let me know definitely in the comment section. I see home, Homer running late. Yeah, man. I've been asked about this, so I figure I'd do a quick video here. I'm not going to be here for too long, but if you could hear me, let me know. And if you could see me, definitely let me know as well. Couple of things that I want to say before I go into my little rant here. Check out this. You guys see that American flag with the eagle gloving anchor right there? Ain't that cool? My wife got me that for my birthday, and something else, a chess piece for my birthday too. Well, birthday slash anniversary. So anyways, a bunch of you guys watching out there, big shout out to you guys out there. Man, the comments are coming up pretty fast right now. So I wanted to do a quick update on this situation because I've been asked a couple of times. I get surprised that you guys ask me my opinion, but some of you guys want to know my opinion for whatever reason. But let me move this out of the way here. But you guys keep asking me, so I guess I'm going to answer this. Before I get into that, make sure you check out the family channel. Some of you guys been subscribing to I think we have about 260 guys that subscribe, or 260 something that subscribe to the family channel. And that's really, really cool. So definitely check it out and definitely subscribe because we're going to put a bunch of more videos in that channel as well. We're going to continue. We actually enjoying, I'm actually enjoying that channel a lot because again, I like to talk about things that I enjoy, and I enjoy my guns. I enjoy talking about God. I enjoy spending time with my family. So, things that you enjoy just are fun to do, right? So definitely check out the channel. I'm going to link it, actually link in the description below. It's called the Rosado Bunch. And I think some of you guys may like those type of videos. If you don't like them, it's fine. You don't have to subscribe. Let me move this out of the way. All right, let me put this over here. Man, I got like 600 screens open over here. So let me see some of the comments, some of the guys out there. All right, here we go. That's better. All right, so 24 people watching. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Haas V11. I'm doing good, man. How you been? Hopefully you're doing good. Andrea said, can you review the 6-hour P226? Actually, a friend from work is going to possibly let me borrow the 226, and I actually want to shoot it. I think that it's going to be a great gun. As far as I know, it's an excellent gun. It's just kind of heavy. That's why kind of the Navy SEALs kind of went away from that gun. Big shout out to Garza out there. Gunzo here, loud and clear. Big shout out to you, man. I hope you're doing okay. Don can see me. How are you, sir? And let's see, Gerald, Chad. Check out Chad vlogs. He puts a lot of work into his videos, man, and he's pretty creative dude. So check out his vlogging channel. Gun Does Call Me Sexy. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, man. It's kind of weird, but sure. All right. So, yeah, you know what? Daniel said, love the hat. Man, I have this hat for a long time, and a lot of times I wear the hat here in my studio kind of thing. Not so much because it made me look like an operator, because I'm not, but it's just the lights. It kind of shines my forehead, and it looks kind of weird. So when I put the hat on, it kind of takes that shine away. You guys can see that. So there we go. Gustavo's from Brazil. Man, my wife and my in-laws are Portuguese. So they speak Portuguese. And I like Portuguese food a lot. So here's the deal. Check out the family channel. It's gonna be linked down below. And you guys been asking me about this, so I'm gonna give you my take. First of all, I'm lay into the show because everyone been talking about it, and a lot of guys did a lot of videos barely with any information, and that tends to happen here a lot. We like to put information out there, and then everything changes, and there's a lot of misleading information. But at the same time, I love this platform because this place allow us to put information very quickly to you guys. But you definitely have to do your part, and you definitely have to do some searching and things like that. Now, as far as I know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, but I've been kind of off YouTube for the last 2 weeks, and some of you guys don't know this because essentially I have like 10 videos recorded and I schedule them for specific days. And that, for the last 2 weeks, I haven't been in the platform. I haven't recorded videos. I haven't done much other than what we did with the vlogging channel. So I haven't done much, but I've been watching some videos. And essentially what happened is that a lot of people in the Second Amendment community, in the gun community, feel this betrayal, right? Essentially Springfield Armory, some kind of way. There was some type of legislation that was being passed, and some kind of way they got some type of exception to not do that. They got some type of stuff there saying, hey, you know what? If you don't fight this legislation, you don't have to be part of it, and they got themselves out of that. Obviously, this new regulation and this new things that they want to put out, I think it's in Illinois. This new things coming up, it's going to affect the gun community. I think at one point you can only do 9 transfers a year. And, for some of you guys don't buy 9 guns a year. I can't afford to buy 9 guns a year. But again, some people do. And I don't like it too much when the government regulates my guns. I'm just going to put it that way. I really don't. I really think that we have the right, the Second Amendment is very specific, and we have the right to bear arms. And when they start regulating how many guns you can have, what can you buy, this and that, I mean, to me, that's not a goal. That's definitely not a goal for me. So again, this legislation is going to have all these regulations that still, obviously still haven't passed, but it's going to make it really difficult for the gun owner to, to buy guns, again, limitations and things like that. So essentially, Springfield Armory and Rock River Arms, they had this group, and this group was fighting this in some kind of way. They got some type of exemption not to to be exempt from that, right? So in return, they start fighting this bill. So they stop fighting the bill, and again, they got some type of they got exempted from doing that. So obviously the gun community doesn't like that. Obviously that's a betrayal. They're supposed to be out there fighting. They're supposed to be out there making sure our Second Amendment rights are preserved and all that stuff. After a couple of days after that, the CEO came back and said, the CEO from Springfield Armory came back and was like, whoa, I didn't know anything about it. I take fully responsibility. And, again, he apologized, and he came out with his excuse that he didn't know anything about it, yada, 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 yada. And that obviously he was part of the Second Amendment, and he loved the Second Amendment and all this stuff. To me, it's simple. And some of you guys, I'm not going to go so much into details because some of you guys been watching this, and some of you guys been following this news for the last couple of days, and I've been getting asked a lot of questions to this. Obviously, they tried to do something. They tried to get themselves out of this regulations. Obviously, they make some type of deal that we don't even know, and obviously they weren't expecting to get so much heat. Once they got this heat, once they got all these people saying, you know what, this is crap, I can't believe you guys are doing this, we're going to stop buying your guns, we're going to stop buying this, and we're going to talk all this negativity about this company. Obviously they took it back, and they started to be like, whoa, sorry, we didn't know, yada, yada, yada. This is very common. We see this stuff going on every single day, not only in the gun community, but a lot of businesses out there. They try to get a freebie. They try to get something that is going to, be beneficial to them, but it's going to screw everybody else. And then when they get cut, they always go like, oh, my bad. Sorry. That's not what I meant to do. So this is not new. This is something that happened very often, not only in the gun community, a lot of businesses out there. So again, I don't know what's going to happen. I've been asked this question, and I get the question is, Or do you think Springfield Armory is done? Do you think that's it? They're done. The gun community is going to pretty much crucify them and they're going to be done. And the reality is not. The reality is not. It's not going to happen. They're still going to be around and they're probably going to continue to sell guns and they're probably going to be okay. That's just my opinion. And here's the reality. And I kind of base myself on the fact that the average guy out there is not like me and you guys. The average guy out there is not like gun. Well, they're considered gun guys. They're not. They're truly not. There are a lot of guys, the majority of the guys that have guns are just basic dudes that buy a weapon, buy a pistol, buy a revolver, they put it in their house, in the closet, in the whatever, in a little safe, and they never touch that gun. That's the average guy. I know we like to think that everybody's like me and you guys, you know, everybody, oh, I carry a gun every day. I'm prepared. I carry extra magazines. I carry a knife. I got all this thing. But the reality that is now, the average guy doesn't do that. I spoke with two guys today that are supposed to be gun guys, and they have no idea. Completely no idea. I mean, one of this guy owns on top of, a ton of guns. I talked to another guy that the same thing. This guy owns a bunch of guns. And I say, hey, man, have you heard about Springfield Armory? He was like, no. And I told him, and he was like, okay, you know, it was, to him, it wasn't a big deal. And again, I talked to another guy, and it was the same thing. And I talked, you know, if you see me at work, you probably know I'm pretty much the same. You know, I don't, a lot of times I don't write scripts, so I don't write things because I don't have to, because this is how I am. You know, I'm just share my life and I share some things with you guys. I don't have to write it down because this is truly what I believe. So it's easy for me, you know. Some of these guys up here that they just faking it, they have to come out with the ninja strategies and all this, and they got to fake it. I don't fake this. I'm just a regular guy. And a lot of guys out there tell me every single day when I'm talking to them about guns, he's like, yeah, I bought a gun. I got it in my closet and it's there and I barely use it. Barely. So, and when I talked about training, when I talked about, you know, going out there, when I talked about carrying a gun, they will tell me straight out, I'm never going to carry a gun. I don't need to. So I have those type of conversations. So when people come here into the gun community, right, and they get into these videos and things like that, and they say, you know what, Springfield Armory is done. I don't think they're done, because I don't think the regular guy out there that owns a firearm cares. And it's crazy because I've been in YouTube now, what, 3.5 years? I seen channels here still valor, completely still valor. I've seen channels supporting dudes that still valor, that call themselves, you know, in the military, I did this, I did that. And those channels are still growing. And the majority of people don't even know. So again, that's just an example of how I think that is going to continue. You know, the majority of people don't know, you know. So to me, it's simple. What Springfield company did is messed up. They truly messed up. And, you know, I wanted to buy an XD. I really did. I wanted to buy an XD. I like the SD45. I think it's a cool pistol. Or the SDS, which one? The single stock one is like, I think it's like only 5 rounds on 45, which, you know, I don't, 5 rounds kind of sucks. I wish it would have been 6 rounds on 45. You know, I was looking at some XDMs and some XDs because they had a good deal. But after this, I don't see myself buying them. Or at least not now. But don't be surprised if some of these guys that are saying, don't buy a Springfield, yada, yada, yada. 6 months from now, they're putting a video out about an SD. And they're saying, yeah, you know, about that. Yeah, they messed up, but it's okay. They're not going anywhere. And again, some of you guys like Jero out there saying, "Not my money." I get it, man. I'm the same way. Again, what they did, I think is totally messed up, but I don't think it's gonna be the end. And that's kind of what people being asking me. Do you think they're done? They're not done. They gonna recover from this, and they're gonna continue to sell guns because again, the average gun owner is not like me and you. The average gun owner is not a dude that is uh, out there training, buying guns, buying ammunition, carrying a gun every day, making this a lifestyle. The average guy does not make this a lifestyle. The average guy makes this just a regular thing. They buy a gun and they put it in the closet, and that's it. That's what the average guy does. So I'm not buying any XDs anytime soon. I'm not. But again, I don't think it's going to be the end because again, the average guy doesn't really care. And here's the deal. You go to the gun store and those guys will sell you whatever they have there that they need to sell. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've been in the gun store and they want to sell me something that I want nothing to do with it, you know? So again, to me it's simple. If they have XDs and they got them for good prices, gun stores are gonna sell them and they don't really care. And what I find out from being in the gun community or buying guns for many, many years is that some of these gun stores are a bunch of hypocrites. They claim to love the Second Amendment. They claim this, they claim that. But you walk in some of those stores and they totally the opposite. They have stupid regulations. I mean, some of the stores, you can't even carry your gun. Come on, man. You tell me I can't carry my gun? But it is what it is. So here's the deal, guys. I think to kind of end up this here, because I'm going on a rampage. Tell me what you guys think about this flag right there. Did I mention that already? I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, I think I said it at the beginning. The flag with the eagle loafing anchor. Big shout out to my wife. She's so awesome. She ordered that thing like 2 months ago, like over a month ago for my birthday. And it got here just the other day. And it's amazing. I love it. I think it looks good in my background. But anyways, and two, tell me how is this audio because I'm using this microphone again. I think the audio is supposed to be better. Some of you guys been complaining about the audio. Some of you guys like to complain about everything. But tell me if the audio is better. Um, so again, I don't think they're done. I really don't think they're done. So let me look at some of these comments right here. Really want to see some of these comments. Yeah, there's actually for some of you guys looking at the flag, like the blue parts where the stars are, that actually opens up. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, David Wicks is in the house. What's up, buddy? Me and David went to boot camp together. But you can't do better anyway. Audio's good. All right. Could use a pop. Yeah, this little thing is supposed to be a pop filter, but you know what? It's maybe my accent because I got that awesome accent. So let me see. Let me look at some of these comments right here. I haven't done a live stream in a while. I've been doing the weekly live stream with the patrons. I was gonna do it today, but I legitimate just got home. I took my boy to he went to a concert, or actually he was part of a concert, and it was all right. I like seeing my kid, but you guys know how it is if you have kids. After they play for like 10 minutes, then the other 50 to an hour, you're just standing here, I guess, listening to other kids. I guess you got to be there, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. He plays the tuba. Some of you guys that care. So, I mean, Boss is being told many times hurry up. Sounds great. Awesome. Awesome. Mic is good. Yeah, this mic is the the Audio Technica AT2100. It's only like $60. So it's not that bad. And I bought the arm here. I used to have one of this, but I bought another one just to, get a better position close to my mouth. And this thing was like $10. So, um, and then what I did, David said Marine Corps accent. What I did was that I got a little tripod, and actually for a while I have my camera right here on top of like a book thing. I actually bought a small tripod that goes on top of the desk, so I have it in a tripod versus on top of I don't know. I getting kind of fancy over here. So, to Mark said he likes what we do. Thanks, man. We've been doing this for 3.5 years, and it's a lot of fun. And it's check this out, guys. And I saw this the other day. It was and I was actually talking about this at work the other day. After the whole Patreon thing, that has created a dilemma, right? People get really upset about these things. But one of the biggest things that I heard from people, and I meant to do a video about this, was the whole, you can't have a Patreon because channels that give opinions is no value. So essentially, some of you guys are under the understanding that because you have a channel that is a commentary channel, a channel that gives opinions about things, that has no value. And some of you guys are starting YouTube, making videos. Now the guys that watch, you guys watch is great. But some of the guys that actually make videos, you got to understand that this thing has a ton of value. Ton. I mean, you got guys here making videos that have a ton of experience. But not other than that, not forget the experience. We're talking about the millions of views that we get to the Second Amendment. Let's think about this. Hickok 45, that was probably making $30,000 a month, probably, in advertising, and it's not no more. He gets about 16 million views a month. So 16 million views. So you tell me that 16 million clicks, or maybe not people, because obviously some people come back, but let's say 10 million people are watching Hickok every single month. Can you imagine how many people we're bringing into our community? This last month I got 360,000 views. That is an average over 10,000 to 15,000 views a day. So every single day I get comments from you guys. Man, I just got myself into the shooting sport. What do I do? I mean, we are getting people that come into our side. Rebel said Hickok has sponsored. Yeah, no doubt about that, man. I'm not trying to make a point. I'm not making the point of money. Take the money out of the way. Obviously he has sponsors, and that's great. I'm not talking about making money. I'm talking, trust me, what I make this month out of this channel is pennies, man. It was nothing. You know what I'm saying? My little boy drinks $28 every 5 days of milk. I gotta work. If I decide to get the money out of YouTube, I'll probably die of starvation. The thing that I'm trying to make is the value that some of these gun channels bring into the community. So there's a ton of value here. So if you're making video, if you're a new guy and you actually make video, don't take your opinion as not good. All we do is make videos. It's just an opinion. And it's not good. There's people that come every single day. We're talking about, if you add up Hickok, if you add up, I don't know, Military Arm, AK Operator, Mr. Guns and Gear, which Mr. Guns and Gear is one of my favorite gun channels. I mean, Such, the Daily Shooter, myself, a bunch of other guys. We have millions a day. I mean, it's super important to stay here. Super important. We got to stay here because, like I say, every single day I get people that put a comment. Man, I just got in the gun community. I love it. Which one is the best holster? Which one is the best pistol to carry? You know, is it a Glock? You know, everybody think a Glock is the best pistol. I know Mateo agrees with me, but you know, every single day we're getting people to do this. And the other point that I'm going to make for some of you guys out there, here's the deal. If you're making videos, you should take this very, very serious, because once people, hardworking people, are going to make purchases in your opinion. So again, your opinion values a lot. So if you say, you know, this is a good flashlight, this better be a good flashlight, because one of you guys is going to buy this flashlight, and some of you guys work very, very hard for your money. And if you're selling out to companies saying, hey, you know what? Olight send me this flashlight, and it's a good flashlight, and then, you know, Mateo goes and buy the flashlight, he's going to be like, dude, what the heck, man? I work hard for my money. You telling me this is a good light, but it's not. So your opinion values a lot. So if you're a new guy making YouTube videos, you know, I've been doing this coming up 4 years this year, and I made this mistake. You know, I started making videos, and although I was taking this very serious, and I was, you know, putting the videos, I started seeing comments of people saying, oh, I just bought that gun, man. Thanks for the review. Oh, I just bought that pistol, man. Thanks for the review. I just bought that knife. I just bought that flashlight. And I'm like, whoa, these people are buying all this stuff based on what I'm saying. So again, if you're making videos out there, don't think that your opinion, you know, I can't believe this. There's just opinions. Opinions don't value anything. Man, your opinion values a ton. So you know how many times here in the JH6 channels we have raised people, you know, petitions where we send hundreds of people to go and sign a petition? You know how many times we have collected money for a guy that used to be, you know, unfortunately he passed away, collected hundreds of dollars to help him out. I'm telling you, this platform is great. We could do a bunch of things here, and your opinion means a lot. So, all right, let me see some of the comments. I'm going on a rampage. Hey, Mateo, what do you think about the eagle gloving anchor right there? So, I know you know what that is. All right, we got about 48 people watching. Thank you so much. Like this video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the family channel. We just did my my happy birthday vlog, and you know, it was just a blast. And oh man, I got a dislike already. And it was a good time. You know, we're getting better at this vlogging thing. You know, we gotta come out with a format. How are we gonna do this? You know, are we supposed to record this part and then record it? I mean, it's not difficult to do, but you just gotta make sure you record the right things. I guess, you know, you gotta come out with a format. So me and the wife are working it out. I think it's cool how we're doing it. We definitely gonna improve it, if you want to put it that way. So, Semper Fi to my fellow Marines out there. Man, I love when Marines follow me. I love it, because I got to tell you, you know, there's so many Marines putting comments here. Marines are pretty serious. They will tell you when you messed up. So I know if none of them have called me out, not that often, I know I'm doing okay, because Marines would tell you straight out, would tell you, hey, dude, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, come on, man, fix yourself. So, oh man. So Millennium Man is out there. Big shout out to you, sir. Hope you're doing okay. Hey, you know, it's funny. I'm gonna give you a secret for the guy who disliked the video. Again, YouTube doesn't know a dislike against a like. They don't know that. So really, if you dislike the video, you're actually helping the channel. So it's kind of ironic, but that's just how it is. So, for some of you trolls out there, you have no idea. I love it when people dislike. I'm gonna dislike the video. So bad, and then you come to find out that you actually help the channel by disliking the video. The only way that you could damage his channel is by not watching it. That's the only way. So if you watch it, you watch it. Big shout out to, let me see, Subtag. Just donated $5 to the channel. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, and definitely go and check him out because he does a lot of videos too. I think you just said what you hit 6 years. I think you put a video about that. I can't remember if I click on it or not, but I think you said it was like 6 years on YouTube, and he does actually a lot of prepping. So, big shout out to you, sir. All right, so oh man, wait, give me a second. Yep, 6 years. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Okay, so wicked sensations in the house. So I think, Mateo, I think it's time to cut it off, man. There's trouble over here in the comments now. No, big shout out to Wicked Sensation. Great dude. Serve our country very, very well. And that's definitely a combat veteran right there. Not like some of this guys and some of the fake operators here. That's like a real dude right there, guys. Watch a real dude that did combat operations in the comments. Oh man. Yeah, and he has permissions. Oh man. All right, let's see who's out there. Bang. All right, if you guys got any comments, put it in the comments because we're about to stop this. I think, hey, Subtag, I think my wife banned you by mistake. She just unbanned you. That's funny, baby. So Subtag donate $5 to the channel, and you ban him mistakenly, of course. You know, she just unbanned him. So. All right, Davis in the house. He said, "Love the live chat." Hey, man, appreciate that. I appreciate you watching as well. You know, I kind of jump here. I've been jumping in the Patreon every week. There's typically a few guys that meet me right there, but I figured today I go here into the channel. Plus, I got this new flag that the wife gave me that is awesome, so I wanted to show it to my fellow devil dogs out there. So, but everything's doing good. You know, I kind of stood away from YouTube for the last couple of weeks. I have videos out there that are already being recorded and I'm posting it. Like today's video was the one that I did in the cabins when I went to Georgia. You guys probably noticed that. Yeah, sorry about that, Subtag. So I got about 6 more videos that I recorded up there. But I've been releasing videos Sundays, Thursdays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. And I've been kind of chilling for the last 2 weeks, kind of, you know, getting back into like slowing down and kind of, you know, working and all that stuff, and you know, trying to like calm down a little bit. So I somebody asked where I got it. The wife wrote it down there. Rustic country furniture. Actually, you know, this portion right here where the stars are, that actually opens up and has a compartment there to put a pistol. So it's kind of like a concealed carry kind of thing. Now I don't know. I don't know if I want to put a gun, depend my life on the gun, because the lock, the way you open the lock is kind of iffy, and obviously, I need to get more practice opening the lock. I mean, I don't want to find myself in a confrontation. I can't open the lock. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you could put a gun in there, so that's really cool, really cool. So, somebody said, I think Mateo said, digging the shirt. Thank you, man. You know, there have been a couple of several companies that have, maybe like two or three companies that have contact me, and they want to. Yeah, Davis is a magnet, but it's very small, man, and it's kind of weird how it does it. I need to figure it out, man. But a couple of companies have contact me that want to send me shirts. So I wear shirts here in the channel. And I haven't done it because I know a lot of YouTubers do it, but every time I go to the website, the shirts are like really expensive. And you know, if it's not something that I will buy for myself and I spend my hard working money on, I won't put it here for you guys. You know, if I see that it's a company that is charging $30 a shirt, come on, some of these companies $30 to, because it says AR-15. Come on, man, that's way too much. I don't know. You know, I'm cheap, I guess. Live it on lock. Yeah, that may be a possibility, but you know, I got the kids, man. I got the kids. Listening and driving, can watch the video, enjoying the audio. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that, sir. Big shout out to you. I do that all the time, especially when I travel. Put my headphones on, and I just go and listen, you know, and go out there. I thought about starting a podcast, but I really don't know if I have the time, man. Let's see. Wicked said, "What's the pin in the hat?" That's the Kentucky Colonel, man, right there. I am the first guy that you ever gonna know that was born in Cuba and has a Kentucky Colonel pin. Now, that's just funny. You're probably never gonna see that again. So, but again, I came from Cuba when I was what, 14. I was a young kid when I came from Cuba. So and you know what? That's one of the things that's why I love it, because when I see guys here trying to pass some of these laws and some of the stupid things, and I realize, like, I could spot communist people very quick, because I remember Fidel Castro, you know, being a communist. So I could spot that so quick, and I have that. Obviously, I got the military experience, but I got that experience being a kid and remembering how the whole communist system works. So trust me, we don't want communists over here. Julian said, "Happy birthday too." Thank you. I turned 36. I'm getting old. And said, "My wife chose a perfect gift." Yeah, my wife is awesome. Truly blessed to have her. I mean, I could go all day long. And some of you guys need to watch it, because some of you guys are about to cross the line when you call my wife cute and all that stuff. So watch it. Live it or now, the licenses just got back from my first Cuba visit. Oh wow, man. Not too many people visit Cuba. I mean, unless you were born in Cuba. I do have a sister that I met when she was like maybe 2 months, and never again saw her. And again, you know, it's been what? It's been like 20 something years since I've been in the United States. I mean, uh and yes, I came legally. So here's the story on that. My grandfather came back when he was in like 1950 something, and obviously he claimed the family, and the family was able to come here. There is a good way to come, and there's the bad way to come, you know. And there's people that come here and do great things. You know, I consider myself a dude that came to this country. I embraced the culture. And you know, I mean, all my adult life and all my life pretty much I've been in the United States, and I serve this country, and I love everything about this country. And then obviously there's the people that come here and they're just douchebags. I mean, you know, it is what it is. So All right, let me see some of these comments, and then we're gonna cut it. Big shout out to Gary. Said 36 isn't go old. I have a 32-year-old son. God, I say old man because my wife is actually I'm 10 years older than my wife. When I met her, I was 29. She was 19. And but there is a point, like right now, there's a point that I'm actually 11 years older than my wife for the next month and a half. And then we go back to like 10 years older. So I always tell her that I'm the older, the old man in the relationship. See. Thank you, Gunzo. I appreciate that. You're blessed to have your wife. Yeah, man, I'm truly blessed, man. I continue to say that. Truly, truly blessed. Stick to the head and cars over the internet. I don't know. It's time to go. Yeah. All right, there's a bazillion comments that just hit. Having clear waters used. Okay, Wicked say, how's the workout, man? Are you getting in shape? Dude, I lost 18 pounds. I lost 18 pounds, and then I kind of give it up for the last 4 days. I've been kind of bad because my birthday hit, and then my anniversary, my 5-year anniversary hit. So it was like my birthday and my anniversary are back to back. So for the last, if you see the family vlogging channel, go and subscribe. We went to eat like twice in a row, and I ate a bunch of fatty food. But we're gonna hit it back again. I lost 18 pounds. I probably gained about 2 or 3 out of those, but I'm probably gonna hit it again this week, and I'm planning to lose like 30 more pounds, man. I got really fat, and I don't like it, dude. I need to lose more weight. Let's see. Travis Urap, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. 9 years. What's 18? Then sub tap. It's funny because when I went to Iraq in 2003, I tell the wife sometimes when I went to Iraq in 2003, she was what, like 12, 13, around there. So she was really young. Yeah, when you look at it that way, when you go back in time, man, it gets kind of creepy, right? So yeah. So Guns will say, how long did it took me to lose 18 pounds? It took maybe like about a month, man. A month and a little bit. And the reason why is because I'm too fat. When you get too fat, you start losing weight fast, but then obviously then it starts to slow down a little bit. So I told the wife by the end of this month, I want to lose another 10 pounds. That's going to put me at 28 pounds. And then continue. I'm going to go all the way down to about 215 pounds to 220. That was the way that I in the Marine Corps, I maintained 210. My max was 208, but I maintained 210 because that was a weight that I was really happy with, and I looked good. That I thought I looked really good. And obviously I lost 2 pounds for weigh-ins and things like that. So I averaged about 208 to 210. But I like about 220, 225. I feel good. So I got to go down to 225, man. And that's a lot. And, Wicked just saying, cut out that Coke Zero. Man, that's hard, dude. That's like really hard. Oh, man. So, but again, I'm about to terminate this chat, but, that's the deal, guys. All these people here talk about guns. But the reality is that is the whole weapon. Your body's really important. You got to be in good physical shape. You got to be able to walk. You got to be able to run. I mean, it doesn't do you any good if you have the best AR-15, but you cannot put a pack and walk 3 miles in some type of survival situation. What is that gun is going to do for you? Absolutely nothing. Most likely, you going to die because you're not in shape. Obviously, there's people out there that are older. Obviously, there's people out there that have, disability. I get that. We totally get that. I have back surgery. My back hurts like crazy sometimes, but we got to find a way to make it look better or be better. And obviously, like in my case, we're having back issues and being overweight. That's just not helping me out. And I know that. So All right, let me say. Ralph said Cuban food is hard to put down. Yeah, man. Tell me about it. Woof. Thanks for the live stream. Sub tab. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Go and check out his channel. He does a lot of prepping stuff. It's good stuff. Thanks for the $5 too, man. Appreciate that. Uh Live it or not, Licing on hunkering down. Me too, man. I mean, for me to leave my house is gonna be like the last the last thing that I ever wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Just finish a 3-day fast, gotta work out. Yeah. Davis, we do a fast more into the Christian thing, my belief, but we do a fast once a year, me and the wife. We fast all the time. I think fasting is a great way to get closer to God. But we fast once a year on January, and it's pretty intense, man, for like 21 days, and it sucks, man, but it is what it is. All right. So I appreciate you guys watching, guys. If you guys like this videos, definitely click like, stay subscribed, subscribe to the family channel, because we doing a lot of stuff there to give you an opportunity to meet my kids, meet my wife. Just watch it. Me my watch my wife and me, some of the things that we do. I mean, it's not a gun and prepping things, but obviously some of our principles and things are going to be in that channel too, right? Because we don't fake this. We are like preppers by definition, if you want to put it that way. That's what we do. That's our lifestyle. But stay tuned, because we got a lot of stuff coming up. I appreciate all you guys watching. Big shout out to all the Marines out there, Semper Fi. Big shout out to everybody that served Wicked and all the guys that serve our country. My family and I appreciate your sacrifice for this country. Truly appreciate that. So thank you for that. And as always, guys, God is in control.